going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chucky, I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a great day so far. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Let's see. I want to start by saying the obvious. There was not a stream this morning with Skeptic. We woke up. We were planning on doing the stream. Skeptic was a little tired, and then we found out that Lindsay Dinesky's cases were moved. Now, she had two today in two different courts. They were both moved to sometime in June, maybe even July. I got to go double check, but they were moved. So there was nothing to stream. So I do apologize for that. We were both excited about both cases today, and yeah, neither one happened. So that got adjourned. We're gonna have to cover those at a later time. I had something else. There was two things on my agenda to talk about, and I don't remember what the second one was. So let's just get into it. You guys want to watch some court? I want to watch some court. Let's watch some court. I've got two judges tonight. I got Judge Dad and I have Judge Simpson. We're going to go back and forth between both of them. I've got people that show up to court drunk, high. I mean, who knows? Inebriated in some way. Got a Mr. Allen clip, and then we got some drama. That is what is on the docket tonight. But like I said, we're only in two different courts. But there are, I think, 5 different hearings. So we'll see a little bit of everything. Before we get started, Donna, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Welcome to the family. Thank you so much, Donna. I do appreciate it. All right. And Heather's in the house. Heather. All right. Now we're ready to go. And the freaking Pope is here. The freaking Pope. All right. Before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
Makunovich. Derek Allen Makunovich. 214-642-916.
Good morning, Derek Allen Makunovich.
So, we have a problem. Who's this with you?
My wife.
You're charged with violations of probation. Who's Danielle Lawler?
My ex-fiance.
Okay. Hang on, slow down. So they left a note for me. I never like these notes. Smells of booze.
Lindsay is out. She is not in jail. The one case that was holding her was the assault on a police officer. She took a plea deal on that, and she got probation. So that was the only case that was holding her. Yeah. So she's out.
Listen, they don't just come in and tell me that just to make up stories. If you want, I'll give you a PBT.
She does.
Listen to me.
I
Listen to me. She does what?
She has been trying to keep me out of my
Did you hear what I said?
What's that?
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
We're not going on this case if you're under the influence.
I'm sure I'm not on.
Well, then let's get a PBT. We'll give it to you, and I'll see whether or not you're being truthful. Now, I want you to understand, while it's reprehensible to have somebody come to court that's intoxicated, there must not have been alcohol involved in this incident because just let me finish.
I'm listening.
You're starting to shake your head already.
No, I'm listening.
Okay. While it's repulsive for somebody to come to court intoxicated, I didn't order you not to drink. This incident of this MDOP must have had nothing to do with alcohol. So I would have ordered. So you don't need to get all uptight and start.
Yay! Editing mistake already? Awesome.
if you are at all intoxicated. Now, maybe a couple people just thought you smelled the booze and you weren't drinking. So you will be a lot better off if you're honest with me. And then we'll go on from there and I'll figure out how I'm gonna handle this. You got it?
Yes.
Okay.
I do have.
Sir, we're not to that point. We're not talking about the case. All I want to know is, were you drinking before you came to court today? Yes or no?
I drank last night.
Give him a PBT, and then you'll come back in front of me. I have a feeling it's going to reflect worse than that, but what do I know? Jacqueline Marie Inch. 25F256499 A and B. It's all right? All right, have a great day. Thank you very much, Corporal.
086. 1086.
It's a lot. Come on up here, Mr. Makunovich.
I apologize.
Derek Allen Makunovich, 242-642-916. Your name again?
Derek Allen.
Well, why would you lie to me?
I didn't mind. I told you I drank last night. I didn't sleep.
If you drank, what time did you stop drinking?
I didn't get to sleep. So
What time did you stop drinking?
about 10 o'clock.
All right, that was nearly 12 hours ago. Now, I just want to let you in on a secret. If you have an would you say 086? And that was 12 hours ago, you can add about another 1.18. So you're somewhere around 2.6 when you went to sleep. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I drank quick.
Looking to chastise you here. Ma'am, come on up here. Please.
Yeah, he's calling the wife up. Yeah, this guy's gonna be in trouble when he gets home. He is.
Your name?
Lord Cummins,
I'm not gonna ask if he drove here. Do you have a valid license? Do you drive?
yes,
You still drive?
yes,
I'm gonna assume you drove him.
yes.
All right. Now, this is problematic for me because I could lock him up right now, probably should. Under what authority? Nah, I don't really know if I have any, to be honest with you. I didn't order him not to consume alcohol. I'm not gonna make my own rules. But I have a concern here when I got somebody who's legally intoxicated. Bring the victim in. Just let me finish here.
Hey, Laura, we're watching a guy who claims that he got drunk last night. And he drank a ton last night. He's still over the legal limit, and he came to court. That's what we are watching. Sparkle Boots! Good to see you, Sparkle.
Your name, ma'am? Ma'am, what's your name, please?
Danielle Lawler,
So I have concerns here. I can't go into it except to say that Mr. Makunovich has been drinking. He's still legally intoxicated as of this point. I'm going to set this for another hearing date. I'm not going to go on and deal with a case where somebody's intoxicated. But I'm really concerned. Ma'am, just relax. Just relax. I'm talking about you, Mrs. What's your name again?
McCann.
What's your first name?
Lori.
So I hope no alcohol is a condition of your bond.
No.
No illegal drugs. No marijuana. I'm not going to even arraign you right now. I'm just telling you, I'm going to set this for a hearing, but I'm adding a bond condition. I suppose I could get you a lawyer, but I'm not locking you up, and I'm not going to set a cash bond. But no alcohol, no controlled substances, no marijuana. You're to continue to comply with all terms and conditions of probation.
Yes.
Now, I worry about this. Ma'am, you're going to drive home?
Yes.
I have your word on that.
Yes.
Because if I see him or I have a court officer tell me that he's driving out of the parking lot, I will call the police. Stop, Mr. Makunovich, stop. Do you work today?
I took off work today.
Is that true, ma'am?
Yes, he's not.
So you're not going out of the house, right?
I do all the driving.
Okay. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm rescheduling this. Now, Lisa, why don't you give me another date? I'll just make a note. Defendant appeared intoxicated. Court added bond condition of no alcohol or.
Good night, Heather. There's some super chats and gift memberships I need to catch up on. This clip's almost over. I'll catch up on all of those here in a second.
Controlled substances. And again, it's not my practice to order no alcohol if it doesn't have anything to do with this incident. But in this case now, you've shown up here, you're drunk. You can tell me all you want.
May 22nd at 11.
May 22nd at 11. No alcohol, no marijuana, no controlled substances. But this is a big alarm, I hope, for you, sir. Because if you're showing up and you were drinking to the tune of a 2.6, the overwhelming majority of people would be vomiting long before that, okay? Or at least very ill. So that's what I'll do. Ma'am, is that date good with you? Sure, May 26th, you said, Lisa?
May 22nd.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's
Yeah, that's what I look like without facial hair, which is why I started growing it out. I look 12 without facial hair, especially right after I get a haircut. No. So, yeah, that's why I have this fake beard now.
a week from tomorrow, so that would be next Thursday.
Yeah.
At 8:30, Lisa?
11.
Oh, at 11. Okay? I have your word, you're driving.
Yes. I said, I'm driving.
Okay. Do not go out and drive a motor vehicle, sir. Good luck. Thank you. Thanks, ma'am. Go down the hall. We're going to give you a notice, too, and we're going to give you a notice, sir. Abigail Gideon. Abigail Nicole Gideon. 25W838-533.
I don't know if you guys watched that body
Your
break
name?
between that wife and husband right there.
Sorry.
Oh, that was yeah. The wife's mad. No, she's like, I'm done with you. I am done with you. All right, let's catch up on these real quick. Ascalis, thank you so much for being a member for 10 months. That is awesome. Thank you so much, Ascalis. Heather, new editor fun. Thank you, Heather. Mac the Knife for 10 months. Thank you so much. Have fun tonight, all, but don't Wang Chung tonight. No Wang Chunging tonight. Okay. Thank you, Mac. MB, I want the purple crown. Thank you, MB. I don't know how the crowns work, everybody. No idea how they work. I think they might be broken right now. That's the rumor on the street, but I don't know. Nanya, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. Welcome to the 10 new members. Thank you so much, Nanya. I appreciate it. And Mac again. I figured it out, MB. You indeed have to be a top hoe to get the crown. Oh, thanks, Mac. I appreciate it. And Tammy for 14 months. Thank you so much, Tammy. 14 months. That is awesome. All right. We are moving on to another person that came to court, a little inebriated today. Real quick, Hitchbot. Thank you so much for the super chat. Top hoe, isn't the hoe the one getting paid? It'd be. I like it. Thank you, Hitchbot. All right, Judge Simpson, inebriated in court. Not him, not Judge, the defendant. Let's just play it. Legal Fiction said everybody Wang Chung tonight. Everybody's Wang Chunging. Nobody Wang Chung, and then everybody. I don't know what to do now. Is it everybody or nobody? You guys figure it out. I have no idea. Legal Fiction, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Case of the People versus Danya Boone.
Alex, and on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Robin, on behalf of Danya Boone.
Your name, ma'am?
Danya Boone.
Thank you. All right, what are we doing on this?
Oh, no. I forgot to reorder this. This isn't the person that came to court under the influence. I think that person's next. I meant to switch these cases, so I put both of the people that did that in a row. But oops, sorry. It's still a good one. This just wasn't meant to be right now.
Yes.
I am not aware of any offers at this time. We would like to address the bond, and they have a 2-year-old child in common, so the parenting time exchanges as well.
I'm going to get it all into that. I'm trying to figure out what to do with this case today. Are we going to set it for exam, or what are we doing?
If there's no offer, yes, we would set it for an exam, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I just want to put on the record, we requested the 911 call.
All right, I don't know if this is me being naive or if there's just a joke I'm not getting. I have no idea what Wing Chunging is. I don't know. But Mac, thank you so much. No Wing Chunging tonight. No Wing Chunging, Mac says. In fact, let's all agree not to do anything Wing related while here tonight. Okay. Thank you, Mac. I appreciate it. Sparkle Poots. One job call, one job. Yeah, one stinking job. I know. I even moved everything around to put those 2 clips first. I guess when I went to put all the clips together, I didn't do it. I didn't finalize it. But you should have saw me like moving things around to try to do it. Just made the mistake. Editing mistake. That's 2 in one night.
Yesterday, have not received it yet, so it's not in the file.
Okay. So the 911 call is the only thing outstanding?
I believe so.
Yeah. People, other witnesses available the 10th?
We'll do our best, Your Honor.
All right. Preliminary examination in person will be set June 10th, 2025, 9 a.m. before Judge Barr. As
Okay.
the bond.
And Your Honor, will that, I just want to be clear, it'll be Judge Barr, will that be on the Hogback location, or will it be at,
It's at the service center. All exams are at the service center.
Okay. Okay. And then as to bond, so my client is 39 years old. She's been a bus driver for 15 years at the Lincoln Consolidated Schools. No prior record. The parties have a 2-year-old child in common. And so, as my understanding, this is an isolated situation. Nothing like this has ever happened before. They do have, she's collecting child support from the complainant. And so we're requesting that she have a PR bond. We would want to see if they can have contact, I guess, via app close, and have the parenting time exchanges at the Ypsilanti police station on Michigan Avenue, where it's my understanding, the complainant lives by that location, and that, as my understanding, that the stepdad could do, Mr. Maurice Davis has agreed to do the exchanges. The child right now is with the maternal grandparents.
Respond.
I would object to any change of bond. This case is extremely serious. It involves her stabbing the victim in the chest. He was found laying on the couch bleeding profusely. He had lacerations to his hands, his forearms, his shoulder, a puncture wound to his chest. At the time she was arraigned, he was unconscious in the ICU. I have not heard anything from the victim regarding contact, and I would object to any change in the conditions of the bond and ask that it remain as said.
And Your Honor, if I could just briefly respond, my understanding is that there was a party, there was drinking involved, there were several people there, and that the complainant was not clear on who stabbed him. I don't know, I wasn't there. But my client has had nothing, she's never had anything like this before. It has been gainfully employed as a bus driver for Lincoln Consolidated Schools, which my understanding is that she would have that option to go back to school to support herself and her child. If she's incarcerated, she won't be able to do that. And the child is in the care of the maternal grandparents. And I don't, I think dad is paying like a small amount of support. So, yeah.
There were witnesses at this party who saw the defendant with the knife in her hands after the victim was stabbed.
Motion for bond reduction is denied. Bond will continue. Thank you.
Could we have a referral over for pretrial services for an evaluation on bond, or?
I don't care what you do. I just listened to the argument on bond. Her bond, and I don't know who you'd send it to. Ms. McCoy, if you want it sent to somebody, you figure out who it's going to be sent to. Her bond was set before the magistrate. The magistrate did their assessment of it. I've listened to your argument. Bond is denied. Bond will remain at $500,000 cash surety. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. Oh, wait, Your Honor, what about, so she's incarcerated, but the child is with the maternal grandparents. Can we have it where they just have the parenting time exchanges with the stepdad at the Ypsilanti police station for dad to be able to see his son?
I am not doing that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls case, People of the State of Michigan versus.
Yeah. I got nothing on that. We saw what happened. I'm trying to summarize it, but we just saw what happened. Hopefully the drunk person's next. Sir Philip, Wang Chung Fund. Thank you so much, Sir Philip. And Vic, I don't give up. I'm Wang Chunging. Okay, everyone's gonna be Wang Chunging, looks like. Except for what is it? Mac? Mac was the person that gets it. Yeah, Mac says no Wang Chunging. Everyone else wants to Wang Chung though. And I still don't know what that means. Okay, let's go.
Court calls case, People versus Marcus Jones.
All right, I think this is it.
And today.
What was that? What? Mr. Brown has an office at the podium.
I'm stalling to make sure.
I was ready.
What?
I was here for this one, Your Honor. My client wasn't.
No, you were here and then you turned your back on me and started walking out talking. I don't know what you were saying.
Mr. Jones was here. Maybe pass this for one second.
You lost a client, Bakovich? You have no idea, do you?
Some people said he might have needed a restroom break, Your Honor.
Find him. I'm going to take one of the two of them in custody.
Huh?
So this is what the next one is. So this is in a way. Got it. I see what you're saying. Got it. Court does call the cases of the People versus Quincy Jones.
Hey, Richard McDuffie for the people. Cameron Dadish on behalf of Mr. Quincy Jones, who is approaching. Can you put it on the record?
Quincy Jones. All right, he has a new case, you know that.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So, Mr. Jones, you have a new case currently, okay? And you're before the court on a complaint that alleges that on or about March 14, 2025, at the location of South Huron in Michigan Avenue in Ypsilanti City, that you did knowingly and intentionally possess less than 25 grams of a mixture containing cocaine. Do you understand that charge? I'm not saying whether or not you did it. I'm saying, do you understand what you're charged with?
Okay,
Do you?
I understand that.
All right. That is a felony punishable by up to 4 years incarceration, $25,000 fine plus court costs. You understand that? Mr. Jones, let me ask you something. If I had you tested right now, you gonna test clean?
For what?
Mr. Allen. Mr. Jones, what's gonna be in your system? Because I can't arraign you if you're under the influence of something.
I know
So you might as well just tell me.
some marijuana,
And what else?
probably a little bit of cocaine.
Appropriate bit of cocaine. When did you take that?
Be truthful with you.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm be truthful with you.
Okay, so when did you take the cocaine?
About 2 or 3 days ago, so it ain't on my system yet.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So when's the last time you had any marijuana? You're on something.
Yesterday.
You're on something right now. What are you on? What
do you mean, like?
The worst thing is to lie to me.
What do you mean? What do you mean, like, on something? Like, what do you mean? Like, did I do something to get today, or?
I don't think that's a really hard question.
Oh, I smoked some marijuana last night.
That is not marijuana. And I don't even think that's cocaine. He would be hyper if he was on cocaine. Maybe he did cocaine 2 days ago and he hasn't slept. Maybe. Yeah. The guy,
Tell you what, it's real clear to me that you're on something. I'm not going to arraign you on new charges. I'm not going to do anything with these other charges. I'm adjourning all of this over to next week. But right now, on your one case, your bonds revoked, defendants remain.
Thank you, Honor. I.
Why? Good. That works. And I'm going to set that for the 5th.
all right. There we go. Those two, the two people that were on something were supposed to be back to back. I failed that. So we can pretend we just saw the second clip right now and we can keep on going with the show. Like there was never an editing mistake. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Hold on, are we on this one? Yep. Mac, I've accidentally provoked Wing Chunging. Yeah, you did. You did accidentally. But thank you. It's been nice for me. Bill, my chung has fully. All right, thank you, Bill. And Jedi sneaks into the chat. Late fee. I'll see myself on the tardy chair. To the tardy chair. Hi, Jedi, and thank you. Okay. Let's keep going. We're gonna stick with Judge Simpson, and then we're gonna finish with
Case People versus Stephen Johnston.
Oh, this one's good. This one's good. There's a lot of drama on this one.
Okay, I'm going to put a tether on him.
She was already here. She was here earlier. She said hello, and then she went to bed. She lives on it. She lives in Atlantic time, so she usually only comes in for a little bit and then she dips out. Also, Judge Simpson said I'm going to put a tether on him. The attorney that someone said earlier that when did Harry Potter become an attorney? He was constantly late to the podium today, so that was a joke. Clearly, that case happened after this appearance, at least. But yeah, okay, let's keep going.
Where's Bukovich? He has not been up here for any case I've called of his.
Yes. Sorry. Assistant Public Defendant Nicholas Bukovich on behalf of Mr. Johnston.
Your name, sir?
Stephen Johnston, Your Honor.
Thank you. What are we doing?
We'll be requesting a brief adjournment to pursue some negotiations. He also has some matters in the circuit court that we want to possibly reconcile together.
No objection to the adjournment. I did want to approach regarding a bond concern with Mr. Bukovich and with Ms. Zenda, if you could, please.
With Ms. Zenda?
Yes.
Oh, dear God, come on. All right, record should reflect we've had a brief bench conference in this case. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this PCC to 3 o'clock. There's information that's gonna be supplied to defense counsel that could affect the defendant.
Come on. You should send me an email. Let me know where it is, and I'll watch it, and then we can all judge you. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. I promise.
It's bond and the conditions on it.
Wait, no, you're in Minnesota, aren't you? I don't think I have any Minnesota courts that I watch. I don't think I have any.
It's bond. So I want to make sure we have at least some time to look at that information. So I'll pass this until 3 p.m. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yes. So in addressing the prosecution's request for no contact, Abby is saying per his probation cases, he does.
Okay, so this is about 5 hours, not 5 hours. It's about 3 hours later. They went right to this part. So that little zoom in, zoom out, that actually was a huge time jump.
Have a consensual contact order with the complaining witness in those cases. She did make a 40-minute victim's impact statement confirming that she did want contact. I can confirm this with his APD who represented him at the circuit court level. Judge Conkey there made a determination that contact would be proper if it was consensual contact. Similarly, this was a request that was made at arraignment on this case. I was not myself who handled it, my colleague. However, Magistrate Otella there also made a determination based upon the allegations related to this case, which is 2 R&Os and alleged 2 R&Os and a possession that no contact order was needed. The alleged complaining witnesses in this case before you at this moment would be the police officers, not the complaining witness from his past cases. So I'll be asking for no modification in his bond.
But you would agree that between the time of the arraignment, between the time of Judge Conkey's hearing, the time of arraignment on this case, that certain circumstances have changed regarding that contact. Meaning phone calls that were made, which one could look at as interfering or otherwise attempting to try to obstruct this proceeding.
While context may be changed, he has indicated that prior to this, he was never near her. I understand the concerns that you're addressing with these phone calls. However, again, they are still not a violation of his previous probation. So
right, okay, so that we're clear in what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they're necessarily a violation because the no contact does not exist. I guess I'll put it that way. I mean, it's permitted contact. But once that contact then begins to happen, the subject matter of that particular contact, what's said, could change those circumstances, I guess, in terms of whether or not contact should continue to be permitted. I mean, if somebody calls and is making either threats or some other type of statement to someone, that could lead the court to then change the bond conditions on the case. You would agree with that, would you not, Mr. Bukovich?
yes, I would understand what you're saying here.
All right. Okay. Anything else regarding this case? I'll take the waiver in a moment. You're gonna wait. He's waving up.
Yeah, but you get in front of Conkey.
You know what, Your Honor, I might as well just wave up to Conkey.
Okay.
Okay, if that's what you wish to do. Sir, you.
Tells me addressing bond, I'm not changing when it was no contact with her. That's what I was addressing. I'm not gonna be right towards you.
discussing these, whether you can have contact.
They're discussing Wang Chunging right now. That's what they're discussing. Do you want a Wang Chung? No. Max said never Wang Chung. But I really want a Wang Chung. No, not tonight. Max said no.
Just one more time to reiterate for the purpose of bond. Those calls can also not be interpreted in a way that is non-threatening. So I would still be asking for a.
You're saying they could be interpreted as a way of non-threatening?
Yes. So I would still be reiterating that I would be asking for no modification in bond and no contact order to be put in place.
Is there anything from the people on that?
There is, Your Honor. So first of all, I want to point out that at the arraignment with Magistrate Odosella, Mr. Bukovich and I were both present. As he mentioned, it was his colleague that handled the arraignment. There was not an extended back and forth about the no contact provision. We made the request, it was articulated on a recommendation form, and the magistrate declined to order it. But there was no, honestly, it could be that it just slipped his mind in terms of that being a request, and I maybe should have done a better job of reminding him about it. But I want to point out there was not an explicit denial of that request on a basis of it not being necessary. Second, I understand that there's a prior sentencing. In the GBH case that Mr. Johnson had with this same victim, I understand she's not a victim in this case, he previously had an issue where his wrong privileges were revoked first. Then there was a motion for forfeiture by wrongdoing. It ended up not being necessary because the case was bound over at exam. He continued to contact her after that, discussing the fact that she did not want to cooperate with the exam.
Are the McDuffie emotes still in the collection? We need to drop some McDuffie emotes if they're still there. We may have taken them out because she left Judge Washington. I don't know.
From different people's pens. So it's an ongoing problem and it's an ongoing pattern with this case. He made some comments at the arraignment on this case that quite frankly raised a red flag for me with the concern that we were going to end up right here like we are today. The people are requesting a simple no contact. It's unclear to me. I understand that consensual contact was granted by the circuit court. That was in January of this year when he was sentenced on that GBH case and on the possession of methamphetamine case as well. He is charged today on this case with another methamphetamine case and are now emanating from this victim, articulating concerns about her safety with him. We think that the circumstances have clearly, if they were deemed to be appropriate back in January, have certainly changed by now. So the people are, again, requesting a simple but straightforward, no contact whatsoever with this complaining witness in this case. Given the history here and the fact that we have a pattern established of a failure to abide by bond conditions beyond the revocation of previous phone privileges.
Wow. All right, here's what the court's gonna do. Well, is he waving up or what's he gonna do?
He's waving funky.
Or did you wish for the adjournment, Mr. Frank?
Yeah, I'm quite confused on a couple of things. If I'm able to speak to you for a second, the complaining witness of who they are talking about. I understand my attorney's sitting right here and he's present in front of me. I'm speaking on my behalf. She went in front of Kunke, Judge Kunke, and admitted to her full honest truth that I did not assault her, harm her in any condition or form, okay? And also even stated that drugs were planted inside of a book bag, Your Honor. Was planted inside of a book bag. This is on transcript in Kunke's courtroom, Your Honor. And by me not being able to have contact with her is, I'm confused on it. I'm not being explained or talked to the reason why I cannot have conversations with my fiance and soon-to-be wife.
All right, everyone, pay attention to Miss Iconrulli right there sitting at the table. She's a public defender, and she's looking at this guy like, stop. Like, what are you doing? You're like, no. Stop. Her face is awesome.
When this drug charge had nothing to deal with her, it had to deal with a
But you making statements to her that the reason behind your predicament, and I'm paraphrasing this and putting it, is because of what she did. are problematic.
What she did,
Because that you're in the circumstance you're in because of her. Those are problematic comments.
okay, so that's the reason why I'm not able to have contact with her. She didn't put me in this predicament. Her doctor
Sir, I
did a
advise you to stop
welfare
making
check on her.
statements. I advise you to stop making statements, because this is related to this case at hand.
And can you speak for me?
Sure, I've explained that. So statements can be used against
Do
you.
you wish for me to adjourn this rather than to
No,
do the
give me
waiver?
the pen.
Yes.
I'll go in front. I'll go in front of council, man. Have yourself a good day.
Really hope he didn't run to act that way. So
Yes, we do. Good call, Cheshire. I don't know why I don't just load it. Just have it ready. It always takes me a second to find it. Here we go.
Sir, please. You every
Who'd you
time
see?
you open your pie hole, you get it worse trouble. So stay the course, will you?
this waiver preliminary examination,
Correct, Your Honor.
you understand that a preliminary examination is a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offenses alleged were committed and that you committed them.
Yeah, I do, Your Honor, even though there wasn't one committed, but yes, I have to.
I'm not
get it.
taking his waiver. I'm just gonna adjourn this out. You can talk to your client and he can figure out what he wants to do. I'm asking very simple questions. He seems to get angry at me.
I'm
I
not,
don't even know why. I'm making the findings based upon what's presented to me. But if he's gonna act this way, I'm just not having it. So,
Would you like to briefly pass this matter so I can speak to my
no,
client? Your
I'm
Honor?
not gonna pass it. I'm gonna
I'm
adjourn
not
this
mad.
to another
Oh,
day.
I'm not mad.
I'm
not
going to
upset.
adjourn this to give him 1 week out. We'll go June 5th, 2025, 9 a.m. or
Mr.
as his
Sim-
invite indicates. I am at this time going to change the bond conditions. I'm going to leave his bond in its monetary amount as it's set. I am going to order that his phone privileges at this juncture are revoked. You could bring that up again at the next hearing. I'm also going to indicate that there's no contact with Christian Kanuski. I'm going to order that at this point, and then he can decide what he wants to do with the case. But if he thinks I'm going to put up with his behavior, I'm not doing it. I'm
Your
done.
Honor,
Thank you.
I'm not upset, Your Honor. I just, okay. Not even upset.
Okay, bye. All right. Are we moving on to the last case already? There's no way. Is the last case this long? We're gonna end with a Judge Dad clip. I think we are. Moving on. Jay Hart, Drunk Beaver Productions. It has been a long time. Good to see you. Thank you so much for the 18 months, a year and a half. That is awesome. And then following up with a gifted membership. Thank you so much. Welcome to the new member. Thank you. And Mac, Mr. Never Wang Chung Ever Again, the knife. Gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Mac. I do appreciate it. Welcome to the 5 new members. Thank you. All right, last one. Back to Judge Dad. He had a little drama today as well. He had someone in court that gave him a little attitude as well. Just, people are just showing up drunk or high. They have attitude. It was that kind of day. Didn't even have to go far.
Sullivan Johnson, Deontay Ryan Sullivan Johnson, 22F 237-314A, 20W826-226A, 20W826-226B, and 20W826-226C.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mike Hill Crawford, representing Mr. Sullivan Johnson, sir, state your name for the record.
Mr. Johnson. You. I have a note here. It says, Will, the court officer out front, told me this gentleman in the back of the courtroom gave him the middle finger. You didn't do that, did you?
No.
Clip clop. No traffic people tonight. I did actually grab 2 traffic people today, but I didn't put them in the video tonight. So we're gonna have to wait till tomorrow night for more traffic people. But I do appreciate the super chat. Thank you, Clip Clop, and good to see you. And Shirzad, thank you so much for the 10 months. How is Egypt doing? I hope it is gorgeous over there right now. It is windy and kind of gray here. So hopefully it's nice over there in Africa. But Shirzad, thank you so much for the 10 months. I appreciate it. Okay, let's go.
I got surveillance cameras here. We can figure it out. Did you give him the middle finger? You didn't do it. Because you were chirping in here in the beginning of the morning. I said you were chirping in here in the middle of the morning where I had to tell you to stop and said it was childish. Stop. Because they told you to go to the wrong place, X. Let's assume they did. Do you think there's some conspiracy here? You go over to the local 7-Eleven 7.3 miles away. You think they want to do that and and intentionally tell you to go somewhere that makes their job and their life harder? I just want to know if you think that. If you do, there's nothing I can say that will make you change your mind or change your attitude. But
Yeah, absolutely. Gifted memberships go towards your milestone. Now, you might actually have to buy it once for that to happen. You know what? I don't know. There are channels that I haven't bought memberships for a while, but I keep getting them gifted to me. So every time one runs out, it just automatically gifts me another one, and I the milestone keeps accumulating. So I know that works, but you might have to buy one to start. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
this stuff about even somebody thinking you popped in the bird, and I know how you were acting here this morning. And the funny thing is, I got to tell you the hilarious thing here, Mr. Sullivan Johnson, before we go on. Now look at these. You know what it tells me? This guy has no respect for authority. I mean, I don't know if you're chief of staff to the president or secretary of state or in charge of the Pentagon, but this tells me you've got no respect for authority. And that's okay. There's some like you. You're going to go through life miserable. I don't know what to tell you. But you're not going to come in here and disrupt the courtroom in the beginning of the proceeding. And you're not going to pop people the bird. Do we understand one another? Listen, I can't hear you.
Yes.
You know what to do him. He's going to come in here and tell me 47 reasons why he hasn't paid, why he didn't show up, why we're still playing around with cases from 2020 and 2022 and 2021. I just don't know if I shouldn't just reschedule this, because honestly, I'm not in the mood to hear this nonsense right now. Not from somebody who acts like that. Does he work?
Well, Your Honor, he does have a job.
What
He
does that
hasn't been able to start because.
He doesn't have a job then. If he hasn't started, he doesn't have a job.
Well, he's been hired, but he can't start because of these warrants he filed.
When did he last work?
Sir, when was the last time you worked before this?
I can't hear you. You got to keep your voice up.
May 29th.
Yeah, beginning of May.
Beginning of May was his last.
Where?
DLG.
I can't hear you.
DLG.
DLG. And when you left.
Oh, I keep forgetting to clip this. I've got was it Judge Stansbury, the Ohio judge? He actually laughs at somebody for saying like, "Oh, I start Monday," and he actually says on the bench like, "Oh, it's weird when people are in jail, they always have a job that they're about to start," and he says that, and I need to clip it so every time someone says that I can play it, but I never remember to clip it. You guys have to remind me to do it. It's funny.
Left there in early May. How long did you work there?
2 years.
Okay. And where did you work before, let's call it roughly May of 23?
Madison Art,
How long did you work there?
a year and a half.
Did you go from one job to DLG pretty much right afterward?
Yes.
So you've had a job for 3.5 years and you paid nothing on these tickets, it doesn't appear, right? Why?
My son, he had seizures and stuff, so I've been taking care of him, doing that with his mom.
I cannot hear you. I mean, maybe my hearing's going bad. You gotta keep your voice up, son.
Okay,
Speak into that microphone and act like you're talking to somebody on the other side of the wall there.
my son, he had seizures and stuff.
Okay.
I was taking care of him and going through the problems with his mother,
Going through what?
the problems that we was having with his mother.
Okay. Mr. Sullivan Johnson, I don't know what to tell him, counsel. If he thinks he's walking out of here today, he might be shocked.
You ought to explain to my
Yeah,
client.
the funny thing is, though, why would somebody come in here who's been so neglectful about taking care of his court business and then act like he's, I don't know, the most important human being, at least in the Tri-County area? You better go talk to your lawyer and you better figure out how we're gonna resolve this. Because I'm done giving you chances. I got things going back to August of 21, failed to appear for contempt hearing, said 282 cash bond. Defendant must appear in person. This is August 30. Because he could not appear, it looks like he couldn't connect by video. And then we never saw him again, except he didn't show up for a show cause again in October 21, June 22. And now you want us to do you a favor and clear your cases so you can get a job.
Right. Yes.
You haven't been here for 3 years. You know what the standard is, whether your failure to pay was with or without your fault. I can lock you up for quite a while right now. I don't look forward to locking people up. But then again, I don't like them treating the staff like they're pieces of garbage either. I mean, you come in here, I don't know where your attitude is, buddy, but you're not going to play around and talk in the back here and act like you acted when you came in here. So we're going to start over. I'm going to let you go talk to Mr. Crawford, and I'm getting off this bench. And then you and I are going to have a conversation, but you better take your arrogance level from a 10 to a negative 1,732.5. You got it?
That half is very important. You better not skip on the half. We need all of those numbers. 1,732.5. That half. Do not forget it.
Good. Then I'm going to come out here and be nice about it, but don't pull that nonsense with people in here. Everybody stay seated. What's your names? Who's got the case here?
Josh, I got this.
Okay. I'm gonna take a break. We've been on here all morning since about 8:30 or so, and stay seated, everybody.
All right. Before we get to the conclusion of this case, Tammy for 5 months. Thank you so much, Tammy. I appreciate it, and I agree. Hit that like button, please. Thank you, Tammy. And Alan for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Welcome to the 5 new members. Thank you. I do appreciate it. All right. Let's finish this one up. We're almost finished, guys.
Michael Crawford representing Mr. Johnson.
I'm gonna sentence him on the suspend charge. That's 226A. He was never sentenced on that, believe it or not. The plea was taken back in 21. But I am gonna address these 2 contempt charges. He owes $362, including his clearance fee on the no proof of insurance, Mr. Crawford. That's 226C.
Yes.
So he would owe $315, not including. He also owes on the 226B file, $269. There is no clearance. So tell me he's going to pay those, so I don't have to go through a contempt hearing and lock him up.
Well, Your Honor, my client doesn't have the money to pay.
He's got a big problem. So we're going to have a hearing, or is he's going to plead guilty?
He's going to plead guilty.
Is that what you're going to do?
Let's speak.
Yes.
Now, I want you to understand, you could get, on this case, 32 days. Do you understand that? You gotta go a lot louder. I'm not, this isn't a hearing test for me.
Yes.
You're gonna go, and then if you plead on the other case, show 269, you could get 27 days. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You have the right to a hearing. At a hearing, you have the right to question their witnesses, to bring in your own, to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses, to testify or remain silent. If you plead guilty, you're giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, so to the first one, the charge that you failed to pay $317, and this again is on file 226C. How do you plead?
Yes.
You failed to pay,
No, I'm not able to pay.
but you failed to pay, correct?
Yes.
To the charge you failed to pay 269 on file 226B. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to pay?
Yes.
Anybody force, did you fail to pay on those?
Yes, I failed
Anybody
to pay.
force you to plead guilty?
No.
Plea is accepted to both charges. I'm still gonna sentence him on the suspend too. Are you ready? Is there anything you'd like to say? And on the suspend charge, I'm gonna arraign you, the first one, I should say, the one I did sentence you on, 2373148. I'm gonna arraign you for failure to pay $450. If you plead guilty, you could get 93 days. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And you understand your rights? You understand the fact that you have the right to a contested hearing?
Yes.
You understand if you plead guilty, we're not gonna have a hearing?
Yes.
You wish to plead guilty, or do you wanna have a hearing on this?
Plead guilty.
To the charge you failed to pay $450, how do you plead?
Guilty.
You failed to pay?
Yes.
Anybody force you to plead guilty? Please accept it to that, and then I'm ready to sentence him on the other suspend charge. Anything else?
There's nothing to add to the court doesn't already know.
Sir, anything you'd like to say?
I apologize to the court for wasting time.
You didn't pop your finger at me. If you had, you'd be in back there. So you don't need to apologize to me. $100 fines, this is actually on a no-ops sentence. 100 fines, 100 costs, 75 victim drugs, $50 justice assessment, 3 1/4 or 60 days. So we've got a real dilemma here. He's got a dilemma. Why has he not paid anything if he's been working for 3.5 years?
My understanding is he's been overwhelmed with the cost of taking care of his ill child and going through whatever custody issues he's had with the mother and trying to manage.
Where does he work again? Or where did he work? Until the beginning of May?
I guess.
I thought you said it was DLG or something.
Yeah, that's the name.
How much you making out?
I was making 18.
Why didn't you come in here and pay anything on these?
I was paying my other tickets too. I had.
What other tickets?
Yeah, 36 district, and I have a lot of tickets.
And he's taking care of tickets in Farmington and Romulus and 36D.
He just used us for last. We
only had so much money.
I got it.
But he brought us up here today. He knew he'd be in trouble. He tried to.
Yeah, but he came in here acting like King Kong.
That is unfortunate.
I mean, you can't act like that. Have you had a problem with respecting authority your whole life, or is this just something that happened in the last 3 hours?
No, that officer was being disrespectful.
How is he being disrespectful?
He was being rude. And when I was walking, when the clerk told me where to go, I went back there and kept following me.
Who?
The sergeant who said I put up the military.
You mean the gentleman in the front at the desk?
Yes.
Mr. Crawford, as much as he deserves to go to jail, and he is going to end up in jail if he isn't moving on this a lot more. I'm going to give him 1 month to come up with all of these fines. I'm going to give him 1 month. Don't you ever come in here and treat people like that again. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
They don't have problems with people around here. I'm going to set a sentence date. I'll tell you what, I'm going to have you pay this one last. You're going to pay on the improper pass. We'll set a sentence date. Lisa, I want you to put this out about a month, please.
You just sentenced him, so you want a sentence date on?
I mean on these civil infractions. So I want to give him time to come up with some money so I don't have to lock him up for 50 days.
June 26th at 8:30.
How much you gonna be able to come up with by then?
Remember, he's not working right now, he's gonna start a job.
I get it, but I'm setting all of those for June 26th at 8:30. I need to see an effort. So far, I've seen no effort. If you show me an effort, I can assure you I'm not difficult to get along with. If you show me no effort, then I'm going to be difficult to get along with. I'm going to say on the other case, the suspend charge that was reduced to no ops, you're to pay 40 per week, and I'm going to start that beginning. Lisa, give me the first Friday in September, believe it or not.
September 5th.
So it's September 5th. You're going to work on paying the rest of these until then. You're never going to have a license if you don't pay these. I'll let you pay 40 per week on that starting September 5th. You save some money, you come in and talk to me on these others, and I'll be reasonable with you. Do not, I would strongly suggest, come back with the same attitude you had this morning. Okay, we got one another?
Yes, sir.
All right, go save some money, get a job. I don't remember you telling me something about an ill child before.
Yeah, this is my newborn son.
Geez, I'm sorry. Good luck. We'll see you back here. Go down and get your notice. Thanks. Detective Robinson, do you have a...
All right. That is it, guys. Let me finish up with these super chats. Isn't that special? New member. Thank you so much. Isn't that special? I did see that you have a new name now. I'm still Isn't That Special. So, yeah. Thank you so much. Vic. Before this is over, everyone have fun tonight. Everybody have fun. Everybody finish the lyrics. I don't know the lyrics. I gotta go look at that song now. I gotta look it up. I honestly don't know it. But Vic, thank you so much. Legal Fiction, Wang Chung tonight. is that finishing the lyrics? Thank you, Legal Fiction. Artie Paz, Everybody Peanut Dance. Everybody Peanut Dance. Or Wang Chung or never Wang Chung. All right, that's it. Show's over. Who we're gonna raid tonight? Who are we going to raid tonight? Oh, I gotta refresh. Otherwise, no one's gonna pop up. Let's see. What do we have? We haven't raided Lone Wolf in a while. We'll raid Lone Wolf. So let's head over to Lone Wolf's channel. And yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got tonight. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your night. I will see you all tomorrow. Do I have any announcements? I don't even know. I don't even know what's on my docket tomorrow. Let's see. Do I have anything planned for tomorrow? Tomorrow's the 30th. No. No. So tomorrow's going to be a scavenger type day. That's fine. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for the super chats, the membership milestones, the gifted members. You guys are awesome. Have a great rest of your night. I will see you tomorrow. And yeah, until next time, bye.
Case in here?
Your Honor, yes. Reading on the record.
Okay, let's get that done.